Good evening, everybody. Happy Saturday night. Today was just a fabulous day for me. Today was my dad's 76th birthday, and my niece turned 3 last week, but we combined their birthdays today, and we had a birthday party at my sister's house, and there was like tons of food, and I totally pigged out, and my stomach is still hurting. Oh my god, it's horrible. And it was a good time, and I enjoyed being around people and stuff and seeing my relatives. So I came up with my lips are blue. It's from the drink I'm having. I came up with a video idea that I wanted to talk about. Um, Today I wanted to share with you guys about side effects from having chemo because I did have several of them. So I had 12 or 13 rounds of chemo in the hospital a year. And I did have brain cancer in my spine as well. And when I was able to go home and everything, um, I started getting depression. And my whole life, I've never had depression at all. And the doctor said it was a side effect from the chemo. It was so bad. I would just lay on the couch all day, and my mom would be in the same room with me all day. And like if she went up to go to the bathroom, I'm like, "Mom, where are you going? Where are you going? You can't leave." And then she's like, "I'm just going to the bathroom." Like I wouldn't let her go anywhere. She had to be by my side. She was like my best friend, and she nurtured me every single day. And I had depression for 2 years. So and I refused to get help. Every day she's like, "Tammy, you need to go in and get help." I'm like, I don't want to. And she like listened. Well, probably 18 months later, I agreed to go to Aurora Healthcare. It's in Wauwatosa. And they had a day program there. And like I only stayed there, it was supposed to be several weeks, and I only stayed like 4 days because I would start crying in class and like having sudden outbursts. And nobody that worked there can handle me. I'm itching again. And they like kicked me out of the program. So then I was just at home again being depressed. And then I went on a coffee binge. I was drinking 10 cups of coffee a day. And I don't even like coffee. And I would drink it till like 11 o'clock at night. I don't know what was wrong with me. And I was chain smoking. I would smoke like a pack a day. Sometimes I would start a pack in the morning, and by like 8 o'clock at night I was out, and my mom had to go to the gas station to get me more, and she let me smoke in the house, so I wouldn't have to move off the couch, and I like wasn't eating at all, and she was just by my side every single second. I was probably ruining her life, and I don't know. So then shortly later, she signed me up for Rogers Memorial in West Dallas, and they had a day program 9 to 2, and I was actually handling that a lot better. I was going every day, and then like they had they had like an hour lunch, and I sat at a table with people, but like nobody would talk to me. I would try to like start conversations, and nobody talked to me. And I really don't know why I left that program. I don't know why. I just don't remember. And I can also say, um, I became a very, very talkative person. Before cancer, I was so shy. Like when I was working at McDonald's, like I was scared to give speeches at meetings and stuff. I would just be so petrified, and now I have a huge mouth. And I don't mind having a big mouth because now I'm outspoken. And everyone says now I'm like my dad because he's very outspoken. And I think it's better than being shy. And So, like, my mom would take me to a restaurant, and I would, like, randomly walk around the restaurant and talk to customers, and I would tell everybody in town that I was becoming the CEO of McDonald's. And, like, there was something wrong with me. Everywhere I went, any establishment, I would tell everybody that. And, like, I wasn't even working. I was, like, on disability. I've been on disability, and, I'm on disability and Social Security right now. And I don't get too much money at all. And I don't even qualify for food share. I tried to apply, and they said $20 a month, and I'm like, forget that. And, then I got sent to Milwaukee Mental Health. My parents and my brother signed over a third-party petition, and I was admitted into there. That's how I left Rogers. One day, Rogers had a policeman come. They took me away and drove me to Milwaukee Mental Health. I was in there 16 days, and those are the worst 16 days of my life. That was worse than having cancer. It was horrible. Everybody that was staying in the facility was like crazy, and all the workers were unprofessional and swearing all the time. It was horrible. And the day I was able to go out, I was so happy. My dad picked me up, and I'm like, Dad, that's the worst place in the world. And they visited me there, but it was just horrible mindset I had when I was in there. And, like, I was a smoker then, and my dad handed me a cigarette the minute I walked out the door there, because I couldn't smoke. You couldn't have a phone. You couldn't have anything. And you had to wear, like, whatever they give you to wear. I couldn't have my own clothes or nothing. And then I was there 16 days. I got to go home for one day. And I was signed up for a program in Chicago where I would be living there. So my brother and dad drove me down to Chicago. I was in there for 2 months. Now that place was not bad at all. I could wear my own clothes. I could have a phone. I could use my iPad. You can use your phone and iPad up until 10. And then you have to put it in your locker. And then you can use it again the next day at 5. Because we have classes during the day. The place I attended was for depression and food disorders. So we were not allowed to talk about food. And they served us 3 meals a day. And it was fine. I didn't have a problem being there. And my mom and sister visited me. My brother and dad visited me, like every other weekend, because it was like an hour and a half drive. And after 2 months, they said I could go. And at that point, I was properly finally medicated for the correct problem with my brain. Like it was more under control. And then I came home and stuff, and going to my regular visits to my psychiatrist and psychologist, and I still see them both once a month, and I like them a lot. And right now I'm under like all the medication I need to be on. Everything's working right for me. I feel so stable. My psychologist said on my last visit, she's like, Tammy, you took on a 360-degree turn since I met you. When I first met you, every visit you had, you were crying, and you wouldn't talk. And my mom was always with me at my appointments. And now when I go visit her, I just saw her last week. I'm yapping and yapping and yapping. And I even show her some of my YouTube videos, and she's a subscriber. I knitted her a hat. She's awesome. And it's not like I try to be her friend. She tells me things to work on. And I listen to her. And I love seeing her every 2 weeks or every month. My phone's ringing right now, but I'm not going to answer. But I feel very stable. My psychiatrist and psychologist said I'm capable of getting a job, driving, and getting my own place. My family disagrees with them, so I don't know what I'm going to do. But I'm gonna do the best I can and see what happens, see what the future holds. And I'm going back to McDonald's. I don't care what anybody says. That's what my heart desires. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. And, I do have more video ideas that are gonna come out. I don't know when. And then another McDonald's episode I have to wait a few more days on because I just did one yesterday. But take care, guys. Have a good rest of your weekend. And please become a subscriber, okay? Good night.